if our audience walks away with anything from this, I would say that, build a team you trust, build them early, and have fun. Like, this is fun. You're building your dream home, whether it's first, second, wherever it is in the world. And we want to be a part of that process and help guide you through it because we love what we do. We love home. And that's the message I would send to anybody watching this is have a good time.
Okay, so I have a question. What is the purpose of bidding out a project?
That's a great question. And everyone comes to us and they think that bidding out a project with multiple builders will warrant, a bidding war and the tightest, best pricing, but that's actually a myth. That's not true. We actually see the best pricing and the most work for your dollar when we build the team early. From really the conception of that design in the discovery phase is when we want to bring a builder in, let them kind of see behind the curtain a little bit. What are the design wheels here? What is really churning in the background? What is this client saying they want? Because then the team is driving the boat in the same direction. It's not architect or designer driving the boat and like, hey, builder, hop on. Like, I hope you can make it and get the vision. Like, everybody's hearing it at the same time. Then when we go to pricing, there is all this transparency in those conversations and those early conversations, which are so critical. And that transparency leads to the first round of pricing being as tight as we can to the design intent and also the client's expectation with the budget, right? When we bid it out, there's a 1 in 3 chance, 1 in 5 chance, depending on how many people are bidding it, that one builder is going to get it, right? So the effort at which that bidding is approached may not be equitable. That's the first caution. The second caution is that builder is only going to be able to fill in the 60% of unknown information at that point with how well they know our firm, how well they know the client and the design intent, and then what their standard level of quality is. So you have all these variables now coming into multiple bids, and then a client trying to sift down to get apples to apples. It's almost nearly impossible to do that. And at that point, there's a lot of frustration, and that would fall back in our court to help guide and communicate, okay, here's what we see. Us working with you to kind of sift down to the nuts and bolts of the project, literally speaking, and identify like how we get there.
To someone building a home who's never built a home, the plans that they see look developed.
Fairly cohesive,
right?
Yes.
Whereas the builder looks at the set of plans and we're on the phone right away. Like, what? Okay, so I have some questions. I have a lot of questions, right? And so let's go back to the client. They see this beautiful set of plans. They're excited. I want to know how much this costs. So at that point, you mentioned, okay, well then let's bring in who we think the right builder is.
And that's really like treacherous water. At that point, our client's fallen in love with this home, with this design. They start living it in their head. And so now we have an even bigger hurdle to jump together in delivering that home for that price at this quality level. It is a hurdle and getting there.
And so one of the advantages of bringing a builder in very early on, even while you're developing the home, is the builder is alongside saying, hey, okay, Gina, what was the budget again?
Right.
If it's $2 million, all right, well then let's keep it to this square footage.
Like, she's totally quality. Keeping me in check. Like, okay, yeah, beautiful door system, but no.
Yeah, for real, right?
Yeah.
Right, so because I have a different perspective, right?
And that's what I want, for our client.
Right.
And I want you to bring that knowledge to the table, because the last thing we want to do is mislead as a design team. We want to deliver a home they love. We talk about emotion and how emotion needs to be separate from this process, but at the same time, we're dealing with dreams here. you know.
And it is. It has to change. It's emotional, then it's factual. Emotional,
Yes.
factual.
Yes.
And so builder tends to bring factual
Absolutely.
to the table, right?
Absolutely.
So somebody has to. Well, hopefully you found this helpful, and thank you so much, Gina, for just sharing the truth, right? Like getting it out there and letting people know what really happens behind the scenes for our clients. So we have lots of information on YouTube, so feel free to hop over to YouTube or Instagram, and we'll see you there. Thank you.